kind of was the only bright spot the Dolphins have had at all. And if Darren Waller's the one bright spot, it's not great.
Darren Waller being your bright spot is crazy.
Actually, I agree with you. You didn't really persuade me. I kind of persuaded myself thinking through it. But
All right, cool. You know what? I'll take that.
we agree. I'm just thinking of seeing the 7-1 possibility.
You know what's better, though?
8-1.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Engage 8 podcast. I am Josh with my co-host,
Mike.
and today we are back, Week 7, the 7th episode for us for this NFL regular season. We got a lot of stories. We had not a lot of great games this week, I'd say.
Yeah, not really.
To say the least, but we do have a lot of stories. We still don't know if anybody's good. I would say.
There's a team.
There's one,
good.
maybe. There's maybe one, but
two. I'd say two.
Yeah, our teams. Maybe.
Actually, three. I'll give it three then.
We'll talk about that second team I
Yeah.
guess later. But let's start with injuries, and then we'll get, of course, into our game-by-game breakdown of this week, and then we'll finish out with NFL Knockout, which is our game where we eliminate one team each from the NFL playoffs every single week. So we'll start here with the Week 7 injuries, Mike. Unfortunately, a sad one for us. Bryce Young goes down with an ankle injury. He does not return in a win against the Jets.
Yeah, walking off the field didn't look great, but that's just an injury you don't want to see. Panthers finally win 3 consecutive games, something they haven't done since I think 2021.
Yep.
They finally looking like Bryce Young's. I mean, he's playing well.
Yep.
And he gets an ankle injury. Hopefully, he's not out too long though.
Dalton was able to hold it down, but I don't think he scored a single point in the moment he was
Didn't
in that
have
game.
to do much.
Yeah, he did not. But yeah, I'm really, really sad for they're over 500 for the first time in like forever. It feels like, and you lose your starting quarterback. It's really painful. I feel really, really bad for the Panthers. Hopefully, I don't know who they play coming up here. Let me see really quickly if I have their next game pulled up. They play the Bills next, so yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a loss regardless. But the X-rays were
At
negative.
home? Is that a loss regardless?
That's
at
true.
home?
The Panthers at home,
Yeah.
best team in football.
Mhm.
One of the best teams in
Yep.
football.
100%.
Finally, and this was finally a road win for them.
Yes.
So
Oh.
it is something they needed.
And Aaron Glenn and the Jets couldn't beat Andy Dalton for a half. Or it was like a quarter, but still, like, they were in that game. It was a one-score game playing against Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
It's not going to, at home, it's not going to get more gimme than that.
Yeah, we shouldn't get into it, or because
We can, but we'll power through here.
yeah.
Sauce Gardner, same game,
Mhm.
also out concussion. That was unfortunate for them. Well, do any injuries matter for the Jets anymore? Or are they good things? As long as they're not serious?
I think the Jets, once they get their first win, the injuries no longer matter.
Correct. Why, you think they don't want to go?
I don't think anybody wants to go winless.
Yeah, I mean,
So
but what if it's like, well, I guess there's not really a quarterback that you'd be willing to go 0-17
yeah,
for this
you're
year.
going 0-17 for Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, or like Lenoris Sellers or something. Or, I don't even know. But yeah, Sauce Gardner's out. He'll probably miss a couple games, I'm sure, but it doesn't really matter. Max Crosby, for if you want to call the Raiders a football team, is out. I'm done with the Raiders. I can't wait to talk about them. I'm so done with the Raiders.
And that's a game they usually like compete in.
Yeah.
And it did not happen this time.
Yeah.
So Max Crosby going down just does nothing but hurt a team that's already in a lot of pain. And on top of that, trade deadline coming up, I think he could have been a guy that could get traded. So hopefully that injury isn't too long of an injury.
And it's knee and back too. So like,
He's
not
a guy you
ideal.
can play through injuries though.
Yes, but do you want to play through injuries if you're on the Raiders right now? I wouldn't.
Not if you're on the Raiders, but if you get traded.
Yeah. Oh, if you get traded.
But if you're trading for him, does this lower the stock? Probably.
100%. So
Especially if you're not guaranteed to pay him.
yeah, right. So it's bad for the Raiders regardless.
Yes.
You're not competing, but even if you want to trade him now, you're gonna lose value on him. But they
It's
probably
a similar scenario with Trey Hendrickson right now going down.
100%. Except for the fact that I feel like the Bengals are more competent and have a better chance of having a good future than the Raiders. If we're being
You might
honest.
be the only person that's ever said the Bengals are more competent.
Than the Raiders.
Is that the only team that they're more competent than?
Right now, dude, I can't get out of my head the Raiders losing to the Chiefs the way they did and the way they lost to the Colts.
Yes, very bad losses, but I mean just as in terms of like an organization competency.
Oh, well, no. Organization, they're both bad. But
Yeah.
but as far as like right now, their current teams, I think the Bengals have have more hope.
Current team, yes,
Yeah.
I'd say they're more competent.
100%. And then we got a few Chiefs injuries here. Norman Lott's out with a knee, their draft pick from this year. Trey Smith with a back and Juwan Taylor with a shoulder. So 2 offensive linemen there and a D tackles. Not ideal for the Chiefs, but I mean, that's the only thing that went wrong for them today. As we see, the Broncos are spiking it here.
Broncos
and are
just
gonna have a chance to win it with a field goal.
out of nowhere.
Chip shot. This game's been crazy. But yeah,
It's been back. Yeah.
unfortunate for the Chiefs, especially on that offensive line that's been playing like really, really well for the first time in about like 2 or 3 years now, and now they're losing Trey Smith and Juwan Taylor. It's unfortunate.
We didn't pay attention for this game for like 2 seconds, and I'm assuming the Giants missed the extra point because they were.
Yes. Yeah. Or they went for 2.
No, I'm pretty sure they missed the extra point. Wow. Is it that bad? I guess if you're the Giants, I don't know. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Chiefs.
Their offensive line, it sucks. Like this is the first. Their offense. Well, okay, it doesn't suck because
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't
It
suck
sucks
'cause
for
it's
the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs, yes.
because this is like the best their offense has looked in a couple of years now in the regular season. Like they're
100%, honestly.
rolling right now, and it's a big part of it's because their offensive line. The Broncos find themselves a win here and end up putting up 33 points in this game, which is
Out of nowhere.
absurd. But Jaxson Dart's in shock on the sidelines. But this is why we shouldn't have games up during this. But
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll move
This
on.
game was supposed to be over.
Yeah, it was. We'll move on here. Darren Waller pack injury. I'm not happy that he's injured, obviously, but it's good to be talking about Darren Waller being injured again. That means he's back in the NFL.
Yeah, it's an injury. It's not talking about something wrapping. So
It's not Kelsey Plum related.
yes,
None of that.
it's unfortunate. Pack injury. He guys comes back. He kind of was the only bright spot the Dolphins have had at all. And if Darren Waller's the one bright spot,
That's
it's not great.
absurd. Darren Waller being your bright spot is
Yeah.
crazy.
But that bright spot has been dimmed.
Yes.
The curtain's been pulled, and
Yes.
there's not a single bright spot for the Dolphins. And I'm sitting on a perfectly cool seat. There's a seat in Miami that is on fire right now, and
We'll talk about that
Might get
for
extinguished.
sure. The injury segment is really just us talking about injuries and then being like, we'll talk about this thing later. The
Yeah,
whole
I
time.
know.
The whole time. But we talked about some Chiefs injuries. We also have a former Chief here, L'Jarius Sneed, who went out with a quad injury. Another situation though where
it's a team that's not
team
playing
that
great
doesn't
football.
matter. That's a lot of the injuries this week are injuries that don't matter that much. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, and haven't been too many serious injuries, which is always a good thing.
Outside
So
of like
far,
the
knock on
Niners' entire team.
Yeah.
But same team here, Jeffrey Simmons. This is another guy trade possibility that with a hamstring injury that hurts
They're
him.
playing great.
Yep.
And trade possibility. I mean, even L'Jarius Sneed, honestly, should be. Which we didn't mention. Yes, we didn't mention Brian Callahan was fired. Titans.
Oh yes,
forget their
yes.
interim head coach's name.
I forget his name too. They did not get the interim head coach bump today.
Yeah, and that's something I was going to have written in the notes. Mike McCoy.
to say the least. But yeah, I think Jeffrey Simmons is more likely of a trade candidate than L'Jarius Sneed just because he's better.
And L'Jarius Sneed's contract isn't looking fantastic at this point at all.
It's just bad. It's just straight up bad. But what?
Oh, my phone was vibrating. I didn't know.
I was like, what did you do there? You like jumped when we started talking about L'Jarius Sneed. I didn't know if you had like PTSD with him or something.
Well, I mean, I was an avid wanter of L'Jarius
so was
Sneed,
I. Oh, yeah.
and I couldn't be happier that it didn't
Yep,
happen at this point.
Titans. Great job.
And there was actually at one point L'Jarius Sneed, one of the top Colts beat reporters, reported that L'Jarius Sneed was traded to the Colts.
I remember
It was a
this.
big thing. We traded a first-round pick or a second-round pick, and luckily, it was false.
Yeah, and then thank God you ended up with Xavier Howard instead. Great.
Not Travarius Ward, which has been playing great when he is playing and not
Yes.
taken out by his teammates.
Exactly. I'm not going to even talk about Tyreek Stevenson because that one doesn't matter that much. Cam Jurgens, last important one. Weekly Eagles injury.
I think we said it last week.
Yes.
Did we call it actually?
No, that was 2 weeks ago because last week was a week. It was 2 weeks ago where we were like, Cam Jurgens got to be next or something because it's their
I think
offensive
you
line.
said Cam Jurgens and I said Tyler Steen is next.
No, you
and
said
so
Jordan
you-
Mailata.
Oh, okay.
You said Jordan Mailata. Or maybe you said Cam Jurgens, I said Jordan Mailata. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but we're right.
We were basically
It
right.
happens every week for them.
It doesn't
almost.
end.
Yeah, like
It just doesn't end.
but they always come back, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. I
It
mean,
doesn't matter at all.
It's the Eagles. They play from ahead and win.
Yeah, and
But
that's
they can't run the ball great. So.
no, they can't, and I'm excited to talk about them. There's a lot of teams that are just so confusing, and I don't even have my takes in order today.
Yeah, I know.
To
That's
be honest with you, we could start here though. Take us away with the Bengals 33, Steelers 31. Thursday night is not a spot you want to be in if you're a favorite right now.
yeah, not a spot you want to be if you're a favorite. I would say I'm thinking back, and I guess that probably is now game of the week with the Broncos coming back and beating the Giants. But before that, this was game of the week. Fantastic Thursday night game. The unction was going absurd. Aaron Rodgers, 249, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. He was slinging the
The
rock.
unction is crazy.
Looked like I wouldn't say prime Aaron Rodgers, but he looked great.
Yeah.
He was moving around a lot. And you got Joe Flacco on the other side, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Struggled on the Browns a little bit, struggled with the Colts last year, but he's been solid with the Bengals. You get him a guy like Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I mean,
and
what are you going to do?
Helps a quarterback. 16 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown on 23 targets. I think that was his career high in targets, I believe. T. Higgins has a big game, 96 yards and a touchdown for him. Yoshi Vash was solid. Chase Brown and the Bengals, when they can get a run game going, the offense performs. They get 33 points against a decent Steelers defense. So the run game was there. And for the Steelers, it's a game you should have won. You want to win against a division rival, but you fall.
I went to check to see how many fantasy points Jamar Chase had because you mentioned the 16 catches. It was 38.1. And in checking, I hadn't looked at this fantasy league in an hour or so. My opponent has 199 fantasy points and his team isn't done yet.
Oh my!
In the league that we play in that doesn't have high scores. So that's absolutely absurd for a 2-4 team. But regardless, yeah.
You're talking about the ESPN league then?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I'm going to put up like 130, which is usually a locked win in that league for 130, but not even close this week. But at least my points against will be sick.
Yeah. Always good to be able to flex the points against. Nothing better.
It's like the built-in excuse.
I'd like to mention in that league that I'm also in with you, my team currently has 29 points. So
imagine
could you imagine me playing him?
Oh my God, that'd be great for your, or no, it wouldn't be great for your points, 4 points against, but
Yeah,
it'd be great for your margin, I guess. But yeah, I kept telling people for the past couple of weeks who've been asking me about trading Jamar Chase on stream and DMing me and whatnot on TikTok. And I kept saying, hold on, Jamar Chase. It's crazy to start or to sell Jamar Chase no matter what. And it's really crazy. Why are you smirking at me?
Because you know what I did. You're speaking to me.
Yeah, you did. But you also traded him for a Mon-Ra on a first. I'm talking about people being like...
In a redraft league.
Exactly. Wait, it was?
No, this was a dynasty league. That's a redraft
Yeah, that's what
league.
I thought. Yeah, and I was answering for redraft leagues. It didn't make sense to me to bench your first-round pick, especially because you probably took him 1-1. Yeah. And then it's still Jamar Chase. Like, he's still so talented. Like, I know there's other weapons in that offense, but he's still going to get targets even regardless of who the quarterback is. And it looks like after a couple bad weeks of Browning, you kind of struck gold with Flacco if you're a Jamar Chase owner.
100% Flacco's huge. I thought it was going to be big for Chase Brown getting the checkdowns, but it's been Jamar Chase just getting the ball 24/7 now. And at this point, you look at Jamar Chase now with Joe Flacco. I guess he didn't do great with Browning, but where do you rank the Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson conversation? Because I think that's easily the number 1 versus number 2. But you've seen Justin Jefferson struggle with J.J. McCarthy a little bit. Hasn't been. He's been better
played with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, he's been better with Carson Wentz, but still not great. I almost think I would rather have Jamar Chase.
I think I'd go Chase too.
Yeah,
I think I'd go Chase too.
But,
it's so close though. I mean, they're both so good.
Not even in a fantasy perspective, who would you rather have as your receiver, Chase or Jefferson? Or Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra.
No,
it's definitely Amon-Ra if that's my choice. But
no chance.
But I think I'd probably go Jefferson. I couldn't even really tell you why. I guess I just think Jefferson's a little bit better.
I think I lean Chase. I think it's like as close as it can possibly.
It really
get.
is. Like it might be the two closest like player comparisons.
Yeah.
Like,
and they were college teammates. Who would have thought?
Right. Oh, and this is so off topic, but whatever. Actually, no, I'll bring this up later when it's relevant. We'll move on to the Rams 35, Jaguars 7, and I have
odds you forget it -120.
Yep. I have to make a confession. I told you already. I woke up at 11:30 Central today. I didn't watch this game.
Yeah, I watched the start of this game, and then I turned it off because it was pretty much over.
Yeah, well, thank God it wasn't a good game because I would have been very, very, very disappointed if it was. However, does that mean are we officially in the cool down from the early season Jags hype? I know the Rams
I think
are
we
good,
might
but
finally be. Thank goodness.
what are they, 4-3 now?
Yes, and for some reason I cannot find this game.
It was 35-7.
The final score for this game.
It was 35-7 Rams. And I was a little bit worried about who did the Rams play last week? I'm completely blanking now.
Last week the Rams played the
That wasn't the Ravens, was it?
It was the Ravens.
It was?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
17-3 winning against the Ravens.
And then they struggled a little bit on the road against the Ravens. The Ravens defense finally looks good, and we were worried about the Rams a little bit. And then they come out this week. They fly to London, and they beat the home team Jacksonville Jaguars 35-7. Did you see that the Jaguars were still in America on like Friday or Thursday?
It was the Rams.
It was?
The Rams were still in America. The Rams flew out like a normal game. They were the first team to ever do it.
Really? I thought that
They
was the Jaguars
practiced-
that did it.
They were practicing at Camden Yards.
Yes, I saw that. I thought that was the Jaguars. that
No,
were
it was the
doing that,
Rams.
though. Wow. And then they go and they win
And they
35-7.
put belt to ass.
Yeah, they did put belt to ass. That's interesting.
And I think that could change a lot for teams now just doing these London games. It could completely change how they do them if watching the Rams do this.
But do you think that the reason they won is because they traveled late?
I don't think that's the reason, but everybody's so worried about the jet lag and all that stuff. And the Rams, clearly they weren't, and they dominated.
Yeah, I also think there's a part to it where it's
And-
like the jet lag doesn't matter if you're clearly the better team.
That's also a fair statement, but the Jags have been doing this for years, so you think they were
Yeah.
the London Jags.
They are.
So
They are.
you think they would have their
Travel situation.
100%. Like they know what they're doing.
They probably did. I just
we're-
think they just lost the game.
The fact that the Rams would bid for a London game is crazy to me because, I mean, that's the farthest team from London, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I don't know how.
I mean, the West Coast.
I don't know
the
how
miles
geography
wise,
works like that, but
They're at least one of the 5 teams that's
Yeah.
farthest away.
yeah, unless like one of the teams in the middle of the country, like the Chiefs, is like weirdly farthest away.
No. How would that work?
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Maps
Just-
and shit, I guess.
Yeah. Just you got to comment though on Matt Stafford's performance.
Yeah, I mean,
the
he's
Jags defense
fantastic.
is good. I mean, it's not bad. It's okay, I guess. I won't say good.
I will
But-
say I'm one of the few people who lost Joe Burrow in fantasy and somehow struck gold with a quarterback off free agency because Stafford was on waivers and he's been like top 5 in the past since Burrow's been out.
Yeah, you struck gold. Meanwhile, I struck Tua Tagovailoa with negative points this
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
So.
Wait, who did you have a quarterback?
Lamar.
Oh yeah. It's like the two ways it can go when your quarterback gets hurt. You either get a better one somehow, or you end up with a quarterback who's doing 6 picks in the last 2 games.
Yes.
But,
But Matt Stafford, 5 touchdowns, no picks.
yes,
Only 182 yards, but very efficient offense. Kyron Williams didn't do too much. Davante Adams gets 3 touchdowns.
sick catch on one of them too.
Yes, the one-handed.
Yep.
The Rams are a good football team, and I wrote in my notes that I believe the Rams win the NFC West.
I'm with you now. I think they do too. But the Niners, too many injuries. I will say we forgot to talk about next week's matchups for Stangles. Steelers, Bengals.
That'd be a good football
It
team.
would be. It would be. Steelers play the Packers in Pittsburgh on Sunday night.
That's a game I think the Steelers bounce back, and I'm not a fan of how the Packers have played, so I'm going to go Steelers.
I'm going to go Steelers as well in that game. And then the Bengals are at home again, this time against the Jets.
Bengals.
Yep. Bengals will. What's their current
This
record?
is another. I was looking at the Jets schedule. I think they have Bengals this week, and then the next week they have a bye, and then they have.
They have like Ravens, Raiders.
No, it wasn't. I just had it. It was a bad team.
It's like Ravens and Raiders or something. I know what you're talking about because I saw that same graphic. Let's see if I can pull it.
No, I was just looking at it while we were talking about their possibility of going
0-17.
0-17 because I was like, they still have a couple possible wins.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's Bang or no, there was another team that I was thinking about with the Raiders schedule then, but it's Bengals, Browns, Patriots, Ravens.
Browns. It was the Browns.
Saints they play as well. They also play at Jacksonville. They play the Ravens. Yeah, I mean,
I was just thinking that the Browns could be a team to win, but I absolutely do not want to see Justin Fields versus that Browns defense.
oh my God, it's gonna be bad. Well, if it's even Justin Fields at that point, but and then for the first time since we've been doing this new format, both teams, Jaguars and Rams, are on bye next week.
Wait, what do you mean?
They're both on bye.
Jags, Rams. What's the significance?
We haven't had since we started doing the talk about their next week's matchups at the end of games. Where
Oh,
both teams
okay,
in the matchup
yes.
are on bye next week.
Okay, yeah.
Both taking their travel bye from London.
Smart.
Yeah, and
Just
it's
a
the
smart thing to
last
do.
London game as well.
Well, I'm glad London games are. I mean, it's okay having a game in the morning. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, this is the first one I didn't wake up for.
I'm just not a fan of the game in the morning, personally.
Yeah.
I just like to take my time, but London's over, but we're going to get Germany here. So
Oh, there's another game. So.
there's two Germany games.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought international was over.
No, there's 2 Germany games. The Colts play the Commanders, I think.
Oh,
and
Colts are in one of them. Are they in
Yes.
Munich or Berlin?
we are in Berlin.
So
I think it's the first ever NFL game in Berlin.
is it
Or the Colts have the Falcons, I believe. Yes, the Falcons.
in Berlin?
Colts Falcons in Berlin. First ever game in Berlin.
Nice. And then Munich is. Can I just guess?
Yeah, I guess. I think I already gave away one team, so I know
Commanders?
one team. Yeah.
Packers? Is it Commanders Packers? I feel like it might
Wait.
be.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Suspenseful pause.
I might be wrong. I swear.
There just isn't another game.
Oh, no. I was for some reason I thought it said week 16. It's November 16th. Commanders, Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay. So the Dolphins are getting their second Germany game.
That game is not in Germany.
Oh, where is it?
First ever game in Spain.
Oh, right. I forgot. It's Madrid,
They're
right?
at the Bernabeu
That's awesome.
in Madrid.
That'll be fun. Is it still going to be early as hell in the morning?
Both games are at 9:30 a.m. So the same time.
No. They're usually at 8:30.
Well, 9:30 Eastern.
Oh, damn. 9:30 would have been nice. All right, we'll move on here. Take us to Bears Saints. Bears 26, Saints 14, in one of the couple bad weather games we had.
Yeah, those games aren't until November 9th, but yes,
they're on the same
Bears,
day.
November 9th, November 16th. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying we got a couple weeks in between.
Got you.
Yeah, the Bears finally a little bit of a rainy game. They started out great. They were up 20-7 at halftime. They gave up a touchdown late.
Yep.
But they were dominating the game, but Caleb Williams offensively just didn't do as much as I would have wanted.
He also looked a little hurt.
He did look a little hurt. I just wanted more. 172 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. DeAndre Swift on the ground these last couple games. He's turned it up. He's started to play better. He's better in the receiving game, I guess, last week.
Yeah.
But was great on the ground today, 124 yards. And Kyle Monungai finally breaks out a little bit, 81 yards and a touchdown for him. Bears ran the ball more in this game. I think that was a big part of why Caleb Williams didn't have the yards. But still, you wanted more from the offense. Only 2 touchdowns in this game. You had to settle for a lot of field goals. You want to get the ball in the end zone. Luckily for them, the defense with Dennis Allen got a little bit of a revenge game against his old New Orleans Saints.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, revenge game for Dennis
They were
Allen.
celebrating. Ben Johnson gave him the game ball.
Oh, really? Yeah,
So,
good for him.
he
Darren
had
Rizzi doing these days.
He had all that good on. He's with.
He's with a team.
Yeah, I've heard him a couple.
We talked about him early before the
Yeah, it
season
might almost
started.
be like the Packers.
Something like that.
Or well, the Packers had what's his name from the Raiders.
And Robert Sala's with the Niners. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but
Yeah, we have.
we have.
We mentioned that in a preview.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Completely random and made
But
no
yeah,
sense
the
to
Bears
me.
defense great. Forced Rattler into 3 interceptions. Got him sacked 4 times. Stopped the run game with Kamara. He didn't have much going. Neither did Kendre Miller, who also picked up a little bit of an injury. I
Yep.
think it was a knee injury. Hopefully he'll be all right.
I was
and-
high on him too for fantasy. If
Mhm.
if Kamara got traded, which do we want to touch on that?
Well, he's not.
Allegedly,
He's not.
it.
If you're a team, are you going to trade for a guy who says, if my team trades me, I'm going to Cabo and drinking pina coladas?
But is that an actual threat that he's going to deliver on?
I don't know.
Like, because I mean, this is my whole thing, and maybe for me personally, I think it all stems from the Kevin Durant thing with Brooklyn, where we were told forever that he just wasn't getting traded, even though he wanted out, he wasn't getting traded. It's the opposite situation here. The Saints want to trade him, he doesn't want to get traded, but I just refuse to believe any like of the reports of who wants what and who doesn't want what, because it's all part of the game. And
I feel like it's different than if it's the player.
but what if Kamara wants to go? What if he doesn't want a team to have to blow the bank for him?
I guess. But I feel like Kamara's the type of guy to want the Saints to get as much as possible for him.
I agree. But I also don't think, let's say he is telling the truth. Let's say he doesn't want to leave the Saints. I still don't think that means the Saints are just going to be like, all right, we're just not going to trade you then. If the Chiefs call and want the Saints and offer you a 2nd round pick, they're pulling that trigger all day. They don't even care.
No way a 2nd round pick for Kamara.
You don't think they would take that?
Oh, the Saints would.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
1000%.
saying.
I'm saying.
I'm saying if a team called and offered a
Yeah.
2nd round pick, I don't care if he said he's going to go to Cabo. They're doing that 1,000%. Now, I don't
Yes.
think a team's offering that.
No chance.
But if that gets offered, I guarantee you the Saints aren't like, you know what, we're going to respect Kamara. He's done so much for us and brought us to 0 playoff wins. Or actually, no, he's got a couple.
No, he's got
He's got
a
like
decent
1 or
amount.
2, I think.
He's got a decent amount.
But still,
You also got to think, though,
I'm not fully sold that he's not getting traded.
he has an $18 million cap hit next year.
Yeah, that is bad.
That's a lot of money.
That is bad.
That's going to significantly already lower than what a team wants for him.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this with my mom the other day, which she doesn't understand, or today. She doesn't understand. 'Cause I was like, they're bad. Like, the Saints are really bad. The Bears should be killing them. And she's like, how can they be bad when they're paying all this money? I don't understand how they're still so over the cap. It's
I
just
don't
the
get
fact
it.
that they keep deferring all these guys. Like, they're probably still paying like Mike Thomas.
Probably. It's just, you would think that they're geniuses with the cap. But are they
Yeah.
just horrible?
I want to know. I'll look into that for the next pod. I guess.
Yeah, do a deep dive on that. Pull up the statistics for it.
The dead cap is $94 million. They're paying $94
That's
million for
absurd.
players that aren't on their
That is
team.
absolutely absurd.
Second most in dead cap. I can't imagine who's first then.
Another thing I wanted to mention, Olave is having the best year of his career.
Yes,
Sneaky.
2 big catches for him.
2 huge touchdowns. That one that you mentioned going into half. The Bears also had a really weird late in the game like bailout play for them. I don't know if you saw it. They had 4th and goal. They went to run. I don't know if they were going to run the ball or sneak it or whatever they did. But Caleb Williams fumbles the snap, and they jump on it. So it would have just been a turnover on downs, and they were up 6 at the time. Ends up being a false start, which is the most insane thing to me ever, that you can't decline that. So they're forced to accept it. Now the Bears are 5 yards back, and instead of a turnover on downs, it results in the Bears kicking a field goal to go up 2 scores. So the Saints did their job. They stopped the team who took the risk. Ben Johnson took the risk. Dan Campbell went to go and score a touchdown, couldn't get it, but gets bailed out by a flag. A flag on them that they committed is crazy to me.
Yes, 100%. And there was also the snap early in the game. I was trying to get like the full thing of what happened. Did you see that? I think it was in the first half where like he went to snap the ball to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams didn't even get it. And the center just like turned around with the ball in his hand still.
I didn't see that. It just went down?
It just went down,
That's
got tackled. But I mean, that was part of the weather conditions. It was very rainy and windy. But it was just I've never seen that before.
So funny. I don't think you should be able to I don't think you should be forced to accept a false start.
Yeah, I mean,
I also don't think the play should be blown dead for a false start.
You don't think a play should be blown dead? That's interesting. I think it should.
Why?
If it's a false start, I mean, the play's already. You can't. If you get a big gain, are you saying so? If they get a sack or interception, I guess
100%.
I can see that. Yeah. I guess you're right. I mean, it goes both ways, I guess, because I guess the offsides they get the advantage for already.
They get to go chuck it downfield and get the advantage. Why does the defense get screwed both ways?
Actually, I agree with you. You didn't really persuade me. I kind of persuaded myself thinking through it, but
all right, cool. You know what? I'll take that.
We agree.
Let's go.
We've been agreeing a lot recently.
We agree. Let's go. All right. Next, Saints play at home against the Bucs. Divisional game. I could see the Bucs making this close. Oh, I also wanted to mention. I think he threw a pick in this game, but Rattler was 6 touchdowns, 1 interception going into this game. He might be like 8-2 now. Really good.
He threw 2 picks, I think so.
Okay, so 8-3. Or maybe 9-3. I don't know how many touchdowns he had today. Maybe at least 2.
It's 0 or
he had at least
2
because Olave had 2.
I think he had 2. Oh, no, I think 3 picks. I think he had 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Okay, so he's 8-4.
9-4. 8-4.
8-4.
Still not terrible. There's worse quarterbacks out there.
100%. 8-4 is pretty good.
I mean, I think he's playing to his level of like the 27th best quarterback in the NFL. 28th, maybe?
Yeah. We're going to have to do the thing with Bryce Young with him at some point. And then Bears go into Baltimore to play the Ravens. Off a bye, should have Lamar back.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. I was talking about this the other day. I think the Ravens are going to go out and have a dominant game.
I agree. I think the Ravens win too.
Lamar versus the NFC. I think we need it back.
Yeah, he's 0-1 this year, right?
Yeah, he lost to the Lions. Well, they're 0-2, I think, overall. He's 0-1.
Yes, yeah, because he didn't play in the other one. All right. Take us to the other weird weather game of the day, Browns-Dolphins. Browns 31, Dolphins 6.
Yeah, I mean, this was just this was pretty much not a game from the start.
Yeah.
I was going in this game kind of hoping the Dolphins would blow them out. We could maybe get some Shadur in there, but
love it.
Didn't happen at all.
Nope.
Tua had one of, if not maybe the worst game of his career. Was completely awful. Was seeing ghosts. Could be just the Browns' defense is solid, that good maybe, but overall, just awful performance from Tua. No touchdowns, 3 picks, couple just awful picks.
Yeah.
Didn't look good at all.
6 total, like we mentioned in the past 2 games.
Yes, 6 total in the past 2 games. That brings him to the season stats of 11 touchdowns, 10 picks.
Yeah.
That's 10 turnovers already is.
Well, that's just 10 picks. How many fumbles?
10. Yeah, that's just 10 interceptions too.
I'm sure he has at least a fumble.
He might have had a fumble in this game.
Yeah.
He had 3 fumbles. He didn't lose any of them.
Okay. Well,
so
there you go.
That's
in this game
bad,
or the season?
In this game.
Oh, wow.
So
Jesus.
That says all it has to. For the Browns, what a game. Your defense dominates. Offensively, Gabriel didn't really do anything.
He's not a quarterback. He's just there.
He's just there. He hands the ball off to Kinshawn Judkins and lets Judkins cook.
He's so good. He's
very good. 84 yards, 3 touchdowns for Judkins.
Yeah, I wrote him in my notes as my GOAT.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's the best running back to ever live. I think he might be.
I have a different running back that had 3 touchdowns today. That's my GOAT.
Yeah. Tyson Campbell as well. Freshly traded. They both, him and, who did he get traded for?
It was Tyson Campbell for Greg Newsome.
Greg Newsome, right. They both had bad games last week.
Very bad games.
I don't know what Greg Newsome did this week.
Couldn't have done great.
Yeah, they gave up 35 points, so couldn't have done great. And then Tyson Campbell picked 6 today. So
yeah, that was big.
Huge. And we have another guy on the hot seat, obviously. I mean, at this point, I don't even think it's a hot seat. I think McDaniel is just fired after this year.
Yeah, if he makes it through the season, he's fired, no matter what.
Yeah.
At this point, he could. I think you can say that he'd have to win every single game of the season, but it's just not going to happen. So there's no point in saying.
Yeah, it's like there's no point in doing like if he makes a playoff run, that's the only thing he could do because they're not. They're done.
It's over.
And I can't wait to put that nail in the coffin at the end of the episode.
And the real question is, will Tua be the quarterback next year?
We'll have to see.
And that's a TBD. I mean, honestly, if they can continue to lose 1-6, they can
it
put
makes
themselves
sense
in a draft
if you're
spot.
going to fire your coach to get a new QB. If you're going to do it, don't wait.
And if you're going to fire the coach, absolutely you have to fire the GM.
Yes, and
This should be a year where they just completely reset everything. And honestly, you can keep Tua then. Just let the new coach and new GM get a year under them, and then fully get a year to scout and find their new quarterback.
I mean, I would be pro don't get rid of Tua personally.
Me too. That's what
I don't think
I'd be
he's
on
as
that
bad
side.
as the stats say.
I don't think he's good, but I think you keep him just to let the new coach get a year under him, and kind of just with a quarterback that's a veteran and not a rookie right away.
Can you win a Super Bowl with Tua?
No.
Can't?
No.
No way.
I don't think so at all.
I think I'm a little bit clouded on this just because like I cannot get over the 2015 Broncos where they won
With Peyton?
without a quarterback. That I'm like, I feel like anybody can win a Super Bowl at this point. But it's also the experience factor of it, and it's still Peyton Manning, even if he wasn't playing good. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl. I mean, he's good.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
he's not, I mean, you can win with a bad quarterback, but I think that quarterback needs to at least be a massive leader, where Peyton Manning is the leader.
Yeah.
No question. Jalen Hurts is a
He's
leader.
been in a Super Bowl, yeah.
We haven't seen Tua be a leader yet in his
that's
career. We've seen him
very
call
true.
out his teammates for not showing up to meetings and apologize for calling them out.
Yep.
Then call him out. I don't know. It's just he's been off the rails.
Have you seen people making fun of the way that him and Mike McDaniel stand at the podium for the press conference where they cross their legs behind each other? Not like next to each other, but like they like this with like flip flops on, and everybody's baking on the joggers still. It's a bad look.
You have to win to have. I mean, if you win, it's good. If you lose, it's bad.
Yep.
It's that simple.
There's
I guess.
two coaches that do. Is it Ben Johnson and him?
Ben
Or no,
Johnson
it's
goes
Aaron Glenn
starters.
and him. It's Aaron Glenn and him. They're the two that wear the capri joggers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy that
Ouch.
you're talking about. You know all the fashion statements.
Well, I just saw a tweet being like, they're one win combined with the,
with
the
joggers.
khakis on, or the not khaki. What do they call them? The capris.
The
Capris.
yeah.
Capris. Okay, Dolphins go into Atlanta next week. It's probably no.
I'm taking the Falcons.
And then Browns going to New England.
Taking New England.
Yep. Maybe the best team in the
But
league.
that could be a tough game.
And speaking of New England, it's me, right? Patriots 31, Titans 13. Titans came out swinging early in this game. I had a Patriots money line in one of my parlays, and I was a little bit worried early. They looked good. Cam Moore was moving the ball down the field without Calvin Ridley. It's escaping me. Who was the target who he just kept throwing to all game?
Is it Alec Ayamanor?
No,
or
no.
DK?
No. Who was it? I can't remember who it was. I thought it was going to be Iomanor. I thought he was going to be the guy that...
Gunnar Helm?
Was it him? Oh, you're right. I think it was DK. Not Metcalf.
Yes.
DK.
G. Murray, DK.
Yes. Or no, sorry. I was thinking of Van Jefferson because before he got hurt, he was getting force fed. And then he got hurt in this game, and I don't think he came back, which is hilarious that Van Jefferson was out there as wide receiver 1 for them. I'd like to see more from Iomanor. He was good. I think he had a 25-yard catch to start the game on the first drive and then did nothing after that. Mike Vrabel was not going to lose his homecoming game, though. He comes back to Tennessee. He, of course, wins this game. Cam Ward, I really like Cam Ward as a person, and we talked about him a lot before the year. Is like, he seems like a really good dude. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. He seems like he's probably a leader. I liked the whole Shadur thing with the "Do you want to make a song? I play football." Obviously, that was great.
The Batman thing, in like the preseason when he was like standing over the team, leading them. He looked like Batman.
Yes, that thing. Him talking about his dad woke up at 4 a.m. every day for a job he didn't like. Why can't I wake up every day to play football? That kind of stuff. He said all the right things. He looked like he was doing all the right things, but he hasn't played well. No. And he's had a lot of times this year where he's made just complete backbreaking mistakes. Had one again today where he fumbled at like the 5-yard line. He's done that a couple times now.
And that's the fumble that we saw last week at the end of the game where I don't know. It was like the exact same thing. He goes to throw the ball and he just like loses it on the backswing and fumbles the ball backwards. I don't know. I mean, doing it once, okay. Doing it back-to-back weeks, it's like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and I don't want to be like, oh, it feels like nerves, because that's crazy to say for like an NFL quarterback. But that is kind of like an explanation of where that would come from. It's like a nervous, like panic, like tick freak
Under
out kind of
pressure.
thing. Yeah, because that's what I kept noting too. Is his mistakes always came under pressure. He's not really like sitting in the pocket with a clean pocket and missing a read, or like underthrowing a ball and getting picked off. It's not that. It's he's under pressure and he hasn't made the right decisions.
Yes, and that brings me to, I mentioned this take to you beforehand, but I didn't want to say it.
Mhm.
I didn't tell you the take, but I mentioned that I had a take I
Yes,
wanted to
correct.
say. Next year, they're going to have a new head coach. They fired Callahan. Hopefully, if you're a Titans fan, I hope they keep the GM because the dude isn't good at his job
Yeah.
as a Colts fan.
Mhm.
But they absolutely need a new GM. You put all that money in the offensive line, and it still is very, very poor. You're going to have Will Levis back next year.
Oh.
Is there? I'm 100% on the side of I think there's a quarterback battle next year.
Oh yeah.
So, on top of that, I wanted to get an updated stats because I only have it through week 4. So, obviously, we're multiple weeks past week
Yes.
4, but he hasn't really played much better. After the first 4 NFL starts, Will Levis was 6 touchdowns, 2 picks, 857 yards, 62% completion, 1-3. Cam Ward, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 600 yards, 50% completion, 0-4.
Yep. I'll say this. I think Levis started his career better and got worse. Yeah. Like he declined. I don't think Cam Ward is gonna get worse than he is right now. I think he's probably at like rock bottom. He's probably just gonna get better from here. I agree with you. I think there will be a quarterback competition, but I think Cam Ward will win that. I think I think when he gets a full, assuming he doesn't like get hurt midway through the season and like gets robbed of his rookie year, but assuming he can play his full 17 games, I think he'll be in a spot to beat Will Levis in a quarterback battle.
Yeah, he is 3 years younger, so
Yeah.
he does have that to his advantage. I forgot Will Levis was like the oldest rookie ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on it because I don't think Will Levis is that bad. I've always been under the assumption that Brian Callahan is terrible. But after watching this week, maybe Brian Callahan wasn't terrible. Maybe he was just bad.
Yeah, maybe the Titans are just bad.
But I mean, same offensive coordinator, still same dude calling plays.
Yep.
That's not going to change. And they did not get the boost, and I wasn't expecting them to get the boost, to be honest.
And I knew we were going to talk about the Titans a lot for this part just because they're kind of a big story. But we have to talk about Drake May. He had 2 incompletions and that 135 passer rating.
Yeah, we talked about him last week, right?
About him just being like top 5 potentially.
Yeah. I said top 10 yesterday around a couple of Bears fans, and they were like, no. And then I said he's definitely 1,000% better than Caleb Williams, and they were like, no.
He is 1,000% better than Caleb. Right now, I'm not saying he's going to be better 20 years from now, but
I mean, I think
he might be. He might be. I'm not saying he will or won't, but right now he's definitively better than Caleb Williams.
1,000%.
He had 2 incomplete. I know he's playing the Titans, but he had 2 incompletions.
The Titans
today.
have a good pass defense. We've talked about it for years.
Yeah.
At least
Hasn't
decent.
been as good this year.
Hasn't been as good this year, but and at one point in this game, I wrote in my notes here because he got. Did you see the play where he got taken out?
Yes.
Went down, hit his head. I thought he was concussed because he got up and did like the shook his head.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, oh no, and it was like the start of the 3rd quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I was pissed about. I mean, I'm only pissed because I'm a Drake May fantasy owner.
Yeah,
Let me say that
Fair enough.
because I hate the Patriots as a Colts fan, and it's such bullshit that they have 3 years without a quarterback, and all of a sudden they luck into this. But I thought he was going to be out for the game, and all of a sudden he came running back in, and like I said, 2 incompletions. The guy's just a tank. I mean, Keyshawn Boutte, he's found a deep connection with him, a couple deep shots. He's something else right now, and I think he's 1,000% top 10, especially this season, and he might be inching closer to like a top 7.
Here's one thing I have to say, and you might not like this. I'm not sure I'm willing to just go full out and be like the Patriots lucked into this.
They didn't luck into it. But
They rebuilt the best way that every team should,
yes,
and because they're a
they
good
didn't
organization,
luck into it. But it's just like it's pissed that they
were able to do it so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I agree with that. But I mean, hey, good organizations know how to rebuild, and yeah,
And as much as I hate Robert Kraft, I mean the dude just always gets it done.
he wins.
It's such bullshit.
And they also have the easiest strength of schedule remaining, I believe.
Yeah, and
Or they did going into this game.
They're 5-2.
Yep.
They are. I think I'm willing to say the Patriots make the playoffs.
I think I'm willing to say they win the division.
Really?
I think
But you're a notorious Bills hater.
I think they win.
You're the number 1 Bills hater.
Yep.
I still think the Bills are going to win.
I picked the Bills to win this year, though. I did.
I picked the Patriots to finish above the Dolphins.
Yes,
so.
I picked the Dolphins to finish second, which the Jets are the only thing helping me from being even more wrong there. But I still think the Dolphins finished with a better record than the Jets. I know they have a 1-game lead on them.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But
that's about all I got for this game. We already talked Patriots, Browns, Titans going to Indy next week.
yeah, give me Indy. We like the Titans at home
Easily. And then
oh my goodness,
what?
I'm just thinking of seeing the 7-1 possibility. I mean, this hasn't happened. Knock on wood. It's got to happen. But man, wow.
I can speak from experience. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's
what's better though?
8-1.
Yeah.
Okay, we're a little too far ahead here.
All right.
Slow it
Who
down.
do you guys got after the Titans?
I don't know.
Okay. Take us if you want to call
Who was the Patriots?
we already talked Browns. They already
Oh
played
yes.
Browns. And next game here, we can call this a game. We can call the Raiders a football team if you'd like. They lost 31-0 against the Chiefs. Go ahead and say what you got to say. I'll say a few words and then we'll move on.
I don't have much to say. The only story you can really take from this game is the Chiefs get Rashee Rice back. He was pretty much force-fed the ball, in my opinion. Or maybe he's just that good. It could be either of them, but he had 7 catches, 42 yards, which that's a lot of what we saw Rashee Rice doing before. And he got 2 touchdowns in this game on 10 targets. So this Chiefs offense might have turned the corner. They still have Tyquan Thornton as a deep threat. He had 1 big catch, I believe.
Yep.
Rashard Smith, solid receiving weapon, and Kelsey again, solid day. This Chiefs team they're on the upswing now, 4-3. Their schedule coming up, they have Commanders, Bills, Broncos, Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers. So
yeah,
those are some tough games in there,
but
it's the Chiefs. They're going to win more than half of those games.
Easily.
And yeah, I'm excited for that game now. Colts, Chiefs, man. Ooh.
Yeah, the Chiefs might be my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah,
I might have to put a future on them. I don't want to buy too deep into the hype, but the offense hasn't looked this good in the regular season in a long time.
And this is it is 1 game against the Raiders, though. So we do have to
I'm talking about the past few games.
Yeah.
Look good. I know the Ravens are bad. They look good against the Lions. I mean, they're rolling now.
They are rolling. And this is when we were talking earlier, and you said there's only 1 good team in the NFL. I said, and you said 2 and 3. I think that 3 teams,
Colts, Chiefs, Lions.
Yeah, that's almost like the 3 definitive good teams so far.
I'd say so. It's crazy. I was thinking
I mean, I guess you could add in the Broncos after they squeak by, but I mean, you barely won that game.
Yeah, and I was going to say this to you earlier. This will almost 100% result in me jinxing us again. I do this a few times that it's happened. This is one of our few chances.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say this is the closest we've been in a professional sport.
Yeah, 100%.
Pirates, Sox, never. There's never been a chance.
Is never going to happen.
And there's never been a chance.
They're never going to be good together.
Not since we've been alive. Obviously, they didn't play each other in the finals.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I think Michigan State, Kentucky that one year.
That was
we're both in like the Elite 8.
There's been a couple times with those two, but and then we have the same hockey team. So so this might be
Who
it.
knows?
This might be it.
Could you imagine how electric that episode would be?
Oh my god.
The Super Bowl preview.
Oh my god. I think it'd be more electric. The Super Bowl recap.
Oh yeah.
Right after the game. If that happens, we have to record right after the game, no matter what. I think we have to do it no matter what.
Would we watch the game together?
Yeah, we'd have to, right?
Okay.
I mean,
it'd be so hard for me
result
to
in violence, probably. But
it'd be so hard for me because, like, if the Colts make the playoffs, or if the Colts just continue to be good, or like if any of my teams, like if Michigan State's in March Madness, Bulls in the playoffs, I have a routine of like I do the same thing before every game, same thing the night before, and if I would have to change the routine, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, see, I'm not scared of that. I was like that for a while, but I've grown out of it a little.
I mean, I've gotten better. It's just, I guess it's more of the routine the night before.
Well, in your defense, I do think in the event that happened and we'd be with all of our friends, I think most of our friends would be rooting for the Colts.
Oh yeah,
over the Lions.
100%.
I'd be the one playing the road game.
Yeah,
but we're a long ways away from that.
Yeah. We're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves
a little
in this episode.
Well, hey, I mean, it is what it is. I've been doing it for the past couple of years now. You're just,
yeah, well,
I'm cool with jinxing my team now. But I'm done talking about this game. One crazy stat though. Geno Smith didn't complete a single pass in the second quarter and the first 13 minutes and 30 seconds of the third quarter. So nearly half of the game he went without completing a pass.
That's the Chiefs defense taking over right there.
And Genty only got like 6 rushing attempts today because they were down the entire time.
Chip Kelly masterclass.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there.
Does Pete Carroll have to get out of there? I don't know.
Dude.
I mean, whenever you have the oldest coach in the NFL, it's
What a failed
never
experiment, dude.
yeah, so far.
I kind of feel bad for the Raiders. They've been really, over the past, 10 years, trying a lot of new shit and just falling on their face
And
every single time.
Or Mark Davis might have to empty the bank account again to pay out a coach contract.
He's going to go broke.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you look at Josh McDaniels right now, who's with the Patriots, and he has their offense looking fantastic.
It's crazy.
Is he just a coordinator merchant? I think so, but
Yes, and
it's
he
crazy.
might be a Patriots merchant as well,
Yeah.
Robert Kraft merchant. But Chiefs are at home again next week against the Commanders, Monday Night Football. A lot of home games in a row for them here.
yeah, I'm gonna take the
I'm going to take
Chiefs.
the Chiefs as well. All right. Next game here. Eagles 22 or 28, Vikings 22. DeVonta Smith was dominant in this game. He had most of the Eagles' yards. AJ Brown ended up with I think 4 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown or 2 touchdowns. So
121.
he was great with his 4 catches. It was good to see him going as a fantasy owner of him. Vikings offense looked lost for most of this game. They later on started to figure it out a little bit, but that just felt to me like the classic Eagles. We're going to look good, but we're not going to let you be convinced on us after this game. We're not going to let
That's
it
exactly
happen.
what I took from it.
They love doing that. Was Jalen Hurts' first 300-yard passing game since week 5 of last year, though.
Yeah.
Which is something. Biggest takeaway from this game, though, Vikings absolutely could have and should have won this game. 6 red zone appearances, 5 field goals, 1 touchdown. Can't have that happen.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles were up 14-6 at halftime, I believe, and I wrote in my notes that it just feels way too close than what it should have been.
Yep.
Eagles are leaving a lot on the table, and that's what it was. I thought the Vikings looked like they were going to come back and possibly take the lead, but Eagles get it done. Rushing game is still not there for the Eagles, which has been shocking.
Saquon, visibly frustrated during the
Yes.
games. Yeah.
But at least the passing game was there. 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, like you said. That was fantastic to see from Hurts, but we said it last week. He does better when he's playing from ahead, and he was playing from ahead, and he took advantage of that. And we'll see next week. J.J. McCarthy might be ready to go. Do they put him in over Carson Wentz? We'll have to see.
I mean, Wentz was bad early in this game. He ended up being all right later on, but that pick early was bad.
But yeah, he did figure it out and was a little bit better. So, and Addison had a massive game. So
yeah, I mean, he's been decent since
he's actually been pretty good since coming back.
We also didn't mention for the Chiefs game Rashee Rice. What did he finish with? I know he had a couple.
I said it. 4 catches,
Oh,
27 yards, and 2 touchdowns or something.
Oh,
or 7 catches, 47 yards, and 2
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
Yep, so
it's just a classic Rashee Rice. A lot of receptions, not a lot of yards, but touchdowns.
gets the end zone. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Great for PPR leagues.
Oh yeah. Anything else on this game?
Not too much.
I'm happy the Vikings lost finally.
Yeah, Vikings do
They're 3-3.
lose 3-3. Yeah, I don't.
They're
really have too
about
much
as
more.
good as their record says. I'd say.
Yeah. Every time the Eagles win, I feel like it's the same. Well, this one at least the passing went off, but every time the Eagles play, they're leaving too much on the table, and the run game has to be better.
2 years in a row now, but they did do it all last year and win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Wild thing here. The Eagles play the Giants next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks after losing to them.
Yeah. And this one's got to be in Philly though.
Correct.
So
No, they're playing both in New York this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Philly.
I'm gonna go Philly as well.
I don't see them losing twice, but
Would be sick.
this Giants loss, maybe it's a
Bounce back.
Yeah,
They're definitely gonna be playing against an easier defense.
that's true.
And then the Vikings go into LA to play the Chargers on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers.
Okay. Look at us agreeing today. All right. You could lead us off with the Panthers today if you'd like. 13-6 win over the Jets.
We talked about it a lot in the injury recap, but Bryce Young goes down with an ankle injury. Andy Dalton has to come in. Didn't have to do too much. Chuba Hubbard was back this week and took half of the carries from Rico Dowdle, which I get that if someone's a captain of your team, you want him to have an impact. But Rico Dowdle has been like the best player in football the past 2 weeks. Just you have to ride the hot hand more than you did. But 17 carries is still a lot.
Yeah. How many did Chuba get?
Chuba got 14. So Chuba finishes 14 for 31. Rico Dowdle 17 for 79.
Yeah. Come on.
You got to give Rico Dowdle a little bit more.
Who had more catches?
Who had more catches? Chuba 2 for 24. And Rico 1 for 17.
Yeah, can't have Rico 1 for 17. Can't have that.
Yeah.
But they still won.
They win. They get it done. Jalen Coker was back. I was expecting a decent week from him. They've been hyping him up. 2 targets, 0 receptions.
Yep. Not great.
Not great.
Not great at all.
But Xavier Legette finally breaks out.
I know.
9 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown for him. Ted McMillan was quieter in this game.
Sauce was
Davion
doing a really
quieter.
good job on him early. I know Sauce got hurt, but
Yeah, Sauce did get hurt. That hurt. But, yeah, Bryce Young, hopefully he's able to stay healthy and come back soon because you're a Panthers team that's sitting at 4-3, above 500, like you said, and you love to see it.
you do love to see it. You hate to see the Hawks giving up a goal here, though. But Jaycee Horn as well. Well, they didn't?
That didn't go in.
Oh, I thought it did. Jaycee Horn, 2 interceptions in this game. He had one that was super, super sick. We got a tripping penalty, it looks like. He had one that, I don't know if you saw it, he caught it with 2 hands. The receiver, I forget who it was on the Jets, grabbed his one arm and pulled it down, and Jaycee Horn held onto the ball with his one hand. And as he's falling to the ground, he holds it to the ground. He had full possession, so it's not like he used it to hold on to the ball, but he just pressed it against the ground, went down. It was beautiful. Yeah. Great interception. Jaycee Horn was phenomenal in this game, and the Jets are bad.
They are bad. Very bad. And there's no way of spinning it.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is bad.
Yeah, they're all bad.
6 catches, 12 yards, 46.
Aaron Glenn is the head coach, unfortunately.
6 catches, 12 times, 46.
Probably bad.
Yeah. It's not going well, and he could be a member of the Lions staff again next year.
I was about to say, I was going to look in the camera and say, AG, if you want to come home, we'll take you back.
Yeah.
With open arms.
Special assistant. Now he's going to be the one under Shepard, though.
Yep.
Then Shepard will get a job somewhere. He can go
and then Aaron Glenn will come back as DC. It all works out. That almost never happens, though. Like
well, it did in San Francisco.
I guess technically it did in San Francisco. Yeah, that's a good point. And with the same situation, too, with the Jets.
Yeah.
But will Aaron Glenn get blackballed like Salah did? Honestly, he might, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
He might. Because he wasn't really getting head coaching offers before this year. He was kind of a guy that would get interviews but never get offered. Finally gets offered, starts 0-7. I don't think he gets fired after year 1. I think that would be absurd. But
I mean, if he goes 0-17,
if he goes 0-17, they also waited like 3 years to fire Adam Gase.
Yeah, but they pulled the trigger on Salah during the season, so
after like 3 years though.
Yeah, but it was the year that they finally, I guess they had expectations and they didn't deliver.
Yeah.
This year they don't really have expectations.
We talked about the Panthers next week. They're playing the Bills at home. I want to pick the Panthers, but I'll take the Bills. And then we already said Jets going into Bengals. We got the Bengals, right?
Yes.
All right. This game that we've teased a million times, the Giants-Broncos take us away. Giants win, what was it, 33, 32?
Yes, 33, 32. Yep. And I meant to really get the extra point. Yes, Jude McAtammy, PAT failed. So
yeah, oh, really? Because here's what I didn't realize, and maybe I just don't know ball here, but the Giants still had Graham Gano.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because he's hurt, and that's why this new kicker's in. I didn't know they still had Graham Gano. That's crazy. He's been their kicker forever. I remember us being like kids and having Graham Gano on the Giants.
I think he left and came back.
Did he?
Yes.
No, Graham Gano, not Diddy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Diddy would never leave New York.
And I think it sounds like he missed the kick by a mile.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like he missed the kick by a mile. And he's number 99 as well.
Oh, really?
That's never a good number for a kicker.
Oh.
They have the New York Giants kicker, and it's a video of a college football game with the meter going as fast as possible. Back and forth, stadium pulse massive.
No.
They brought out the Blair Walsh video. Always a classic here with the... I don't know if the screen can see that.
They definitely can't. Absolutely cannot see that.
The kick meter and Madden just going that way. The field goes that way. Yeah. They have the Jamal Adams trying to get in the door.
Oh, yeah. They can't forget that one.
As the kicker. So, yeah. Extra points, he went 2 for 4, 0 for 0 on field goal attempts.
He missed 2 extra points?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
the Broncos, though.
Could have won the game with extra points.
Yeah. Did you know the Broncos have the statistically best pass blocking in the NFL?
Doesn't shock me. They have a good offense. I mean, they have a good offensive line.
They have a good offense. No, it shocks me a little bit because their offense hasn't been that good.
No.
It's like,
and is that Bo Nix taking maybe a little bit of a sophomore slump?
Here's the thing I don't understand about them, though. Like, I look, because I was in the bathroom as we're getting ready for this pod, and I'm like, how are they not good on offense? Is it their running game? I looked at their running game, and it wasn't bad. Is it Bo Nix? He had decent stats. Obviously, their offensive line has been good at pass blocking. So what is it? I don't know. Are they like really bad in the red zone or something?
Well, a lot of these stats did come late in the game when they were coming back, I guess. So they figured it out later in the game.
Yeah, I was talking about
first
up until this game in the season.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I'll say it again. When the run game's there, the offense is good. This game, the run game was decent. The offense was decent, but it didn't come till late. Bo Nix 50 pass attempts. Big comeback for him. So
Well, of course, yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Jaxson Dart was having a fantastic game, and if he didn't turn that ball over with that bad interception, that probably would have led to a Giants win. But the turnover, give the Broncos short field. That's probably the big turning point to really end the game.
I mean, they have a good red zone percentage. They're 6th in red zone conversion. Like, I don't get it.
Well, they are 5-2.
They are, but if you look at, like, they're not.
When you watch them, they are playing bad teams, and they're like, you want them to win by more, and they're not.
I guess that's probably part of it. I don't think the Giants are a bad team, though. And putting up 32 on the Giants is impressive.
Yes, I think the Giants are actually sneaky good, and I haven't picked them in our
Knockout yet. Neither have I.
And I thought you had, and I was like, yes, I did.
No,
and you didn't,
no.
After this loss, I don't think they make the playoffs, but
No. I don't.
I think they're a team you don't want to play.
Yeah, they're a team you don't want to play. I do think they have a chance to make the playoffs.
I see them as like a 7-10.
I forget they do have like the hardest schedule in
Yeah.
the NFL, though, so that's unfortunate. I do think though, I don't know. I
And
think
they got lucky with the Theo Johnson tight end bobble touchdown where he just randomly got the ball in his hands.
yes,
and
that
took
was
so.
very, very lucky. I do think Jaxson Dart has potential to be very, very good though.
I do too.
I look at him, and obviously, I think there's a bit of a bias whenever there's a quarterback who can throw the ball and run and be athletic. Whenever they're out there on the field, they just look better than a pocket passer. It's just the way it looks is just cleaner. But I just think he's a really fun quarterback. We saw another Cam Scatterbo.
Truck.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, I think it's just like trying to get CTE. But
Yeah. I will say the only downside from Jaxson Dart outside of the bad interception. This is a big, massive. It was like he couldn't be a starting quarterback with a 45% completion percentage. Jaxson Dart threw for only 45% today.
Really,
Yeah, 15 for 33. So
there you go. You're still
we
gonna
want
keep,
completion percentage watchers. Let's get at Jaxson Dart.
you're
then.
gonna keep running victory laps.
I'm not gonna run. victory
Anytime
laps,
there's a
but
guy that's under 50%
I just-
completion.
anytime we're gonna start talking about completion percentage, he was at 68 last week, 65. So he has been decent.
That would have
but-
been like career highs for Anthony Richardson. Career best games. The Broncos next week are at home against the Cowboys. That should be a
That's
good
right.
game. I
It's a
got the
good game.
Broncos at home though.
Give me the Cowboys.
Okay, and then I don't have the Giants on here for some reason. Let me pull it up quick.
The Giants.
They're
we
at
already
Eagles.
talked about
Yep,
the Eagles.
Yep, they're at Eagles. Perfect. All right. Take us on here to the Colts beating the Chargers 38-24.
Yeah, scoreboard has this as a 14-point game. It kind of felt like the Colts had a lot of control. They had a lot of control this game.
Yeah.
For most of the game, dominated. Offensively, this Colts team is next level right now. Jonathan Taylor had an untouched touchdown in the first half, pretty much to start the game in the first drive.
Yep.
Badgley missed an extra point. That was pain, but it ended up really not mattering. Daniel Jones in this offense has just been lethal. 2 touchdowns, no picks for him again. 288 yards passing, only takes 1 sack. I believe on that sack they responded by getting I don't know, that was a possession they punted, but they're running the ball great. They're passing the ball great. They still, Rigoberto Sanchez has 1 or 2 punts today. 2 punts. So that's a lot more than normal, I guess, for the Colts.
Yeah.
But just another fantastic offensive game. The defense is leaving a lot out there. They do have a lot of corner injuries still.
Yep.
That hurts. The pass rush for the Colts, not good. If they want to be serious Super Bowl contenders, I think they have to go and make a move for a pass rusher, whether it doesn't even have to be an elite pass rusher. It just has to be a decent one.
Al-Qadim Muhammad.
A little bit better than Al-Qadim Muhammad, but has to be someone there. Alec Pierce, nice game. Tyler Warren's the best tight end in the draft. I can't believe some other teams thought differently.
Yeah.
And Michael Pittman, solid game as well. So Colts offense dominating. 96% of the players or the yards are from homegrown players from the Colts. That's a crazy stat.
Really?
The only person I can think of that isn't a homegrown
Amir
player
Abdullah.
that gets yards is Amir Abdullah.
Yep.
That's the only one I can really think of. Doolin is.
Warren. Well,
AD
Doolin was
Mitchell,
out today,
Warren.
right?
Yeah, Josh Downs. Jonathan
And you
Taylor,
guys won this game
Giddens.
without, like, you didn't have your corner in Ashton Doolin.
Yeah,
which was,
we didn't have our Travis Hunter.
No, exactly. So that's unfortunate. But we got to talk about the Chargers unis.
Oh my goodness.
Disgusting.
When I didn't even know that they were doing that before the game. I thought they like peed on them or something.
It was like the classic color rush. We haven't
Yeah,
seen
it's
that in
like-
a while.
And I feel like with the color rushes, did they at least match the helmet or no?
No, I feel like they did a lot of the times. The no matching was crazy. The white helmet with the all yellows. Ugh.
It's just disgusting looking. Herbert throws for 420 yards.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, no picks. A lot of that was just because they had to throw the ball.
Colts team total continues to be free. It was at, I
20.
think, 20 or 21 today. Like,
At 20 and a half, probably.
come on. What are we
Easy
doing
money
here?
there.
They got that at like 8 minutes in the second quarter left.
Yeah, they scored 20 points, and this is. We talked about the Bears, right?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know why I blanked on that, but the Bears fans are trotting around this stat that they're the only team to score 21 points in every game. The
Really?
Colts have scored more than 20 in every game, so.
They were the only team to score 21 in every game?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I didn't know that. That's funny.
It is. But they've been trotting that stat around, which is funny because I look back at myself last year and I was doing that with the Colts.
Yeah,
so.
you got to. I mean, if you have a stat like that, you got to milk it.
But we did it through like 11 weeks, and then I think it was like the Broncos
Not
game
like
or something.
5 games or whatever.
Yeah. But we scored 20 points or more in every game, so 1 point less.
You're close, yeah.
And we scored like 40 in half of those. So
I'll tell you, maybe it's just because their offense is so good. The Colts remind me a lot of like last year's Lions, where that's like they come out and they just punch you in the mouth, and it just feels like a tidal wave that there's like nothing you can do about it. You score, they score, you have to go score, and if you don't score immediately after, they're probably going to score again. And at that point, now they're playing with the lead, and they're tough to beat with the lead.
yeah, and I mean it's very similar scenarios. Dominant offensive line,
Yep.
quarterback in his second chance.
Yep.
The running back is. We only have one running back, I guess. You guys
Yeah,
had,
but still elite
a duo.
Top 5-3 running backs.
Yeah,
I
elite
mean,
running backs, good receiving. We have a better receiving core, I'd say, than you guys. No offense. I think depth wise, 100%,
yeah, depth wise, yes.
and tight end.
I'm
Similar.
taking our top 2 over your top 2.
Yeah, I'm taking your top 2 over, but when we got 1 through 5, that is.
Yeah. I'd give the Colts 3.
All
3
pretty
through
good.
5 then. Well, I don't know. Isaac Tesla.
Well, Alec Pierce's are
Yeah.
2. Josh Down. I mean, we don't even really have it 2. They're kind of just all.
Yeah, you have 1.
We have 1 to 3 is all 1.
No, I think Pittman's a clear 1. No,
I think it
he definitely
literally just
he has to
depends
lead the
by
team in
week.
yards for receivers, right?
But I mean, if Josh Downs played this week, it'd be
Touchdowns
close.
for sure.
And Alec Pierce has been out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd personally say Pittman's wide receiver 1 there, but maybe I'm a little.
It's
bit biased.
close. I mean, I
Honestly.
could be biased because I just like Josh Downs that much. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just feel like stats wise, it has to be Pittman so far.
And Alec Pierce is just a monster as well. He had 98 yards in this game, another big catch. He had 10 targets in this game.
Yep.
Pittman has 9. Anthony Gold was solid as a gunner. And yeah, this team's just been good. Kenny Moore came back this week, which is they needed it. I was very concerned because it's an Achilles injury,
Yep.
calf injury. Especially if you're an Indianapolis fan, you're petrified of a calf
Yep.
injury. But he played, stayed healthy, and you get a dominant win. And this was whoever won this game was going to come out as first in the AFC.
Yep,
And the Colts pretty much convincingly went and won this game.
Yep, best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
All right. Colts next week. We already talked about Titans and
Titans, yeah.
Chargers, Vikings. We talked about already as well. All right. Cowboys 44. Is this the final score? Is it 44-22?
Yes.
All right. Cowboys 44. Commanders 22. The Cowboys, man. We talked about them being a dangerous team before the season, especially offensively. Their defense, as we know, has been one of the worst outside of maybe the Ravens, been the worst all year long. They only give up 22 points in this game, which is huge. But as much as I want to talk about how good the Cowboys are, because I do think that they're a pretty good team, and at home, I think they can win a lot of games, especially indoors, because I think Dak and their offense, especially with CeeDee, is just really good. Javante's been phenomenal running the ball, which good resurgence for him and his second chance, really. But I got to talk Commanders. I got to talk Jayden Daniels' injury. This is
Yeah, we didn't mention that in the injury report.
we did not. Should have. But I once again don't want to. I do not want to take an I was right victory lap on injuries, especially for a player that's injury prone. But this was my number one concern about Jayden Daniels going into the NFL, and it led to me looking like an idiot after last year because yes, I was right. He did get hurt last year, and my biggest concern with him is he doesn't slide well. He's pretty frail. He's a skinny guy. He's probably going to get hurt often. He was able last year to just miss a few games, and then when he was healthy, he was so good that it doesn't even matter. But now he's probably going to have, once we get to we're at the midway point of the season, he's missed half the games. If you include this game and the first game he went out in the middle of, and then the 2 that he had to miss. As good as you are, the best ability is availability. And I'm worried about him, and I'm worried about the Commanders' future going forward if he doesn't figure out how to slide and stay healthy, because you could be the best quarterback ever, but if you can't stay healthy, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards the Commanders missing the playoffs. I think that's
I am
my
too.
takes. I think the Cowboys are a better team.
Yeah.
We saw it on the field today.
Much better.
I think the Cowboys steal that position. We already know how good the NFC North is with 4 dominant teams right now. So
I
think it's going to be
two dominant teams, 2 really good teams.
Four teams that have won a lot.
Yes.
And so I'm kind of leaning towards the Commanders missing the playoffs.
I am too.
I can continue to spread my. I don't want to say it's 100%, but Dak at least for MVP propaganda.
Yeah,
because he's playing like an MVP right
100%.
now, and he's still gets a lot of hate, but he's one of the best regular season quarterbacks out there. And you're always a regular season quarterback until you win in the playoffs.
100%.
But he's been fantastic. 3 touchdowns, no picks, 264 yards. Is going against a bad defense, but they're starting to give him a run game, and he's just a completely different quarterback.
Yeah,
It opens when you have a run game. It opens everything up.
and they haven't had one in a few years.
No,
And you get CeeDee back, you got a really good wide receiver too in George
Pickens
Pickens.
has been. Woo.
That's got to be top 5 duos now.
Oh, yeah,
we've been
I'd say.
talking duos all year. You got Addison and Jefferson, T and Jamar,
Brown and Smith.
Brown and Smith, and those 2.
Yeah,
That's probably
and well, the number one's probably Puka and Davante.
yeah, those are the 5. I would say those are the 5. I'd lean Puka Devontae 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd probably go Chase Higgins. Then I'd probably go Brown, Smith, Addison, Jefferson.
I'm taking Lamb Pickens over Addison Jefferson.
You're right. I'm taking Lamb pick. I'm putting Jefferson, Addison last. I agree. I do agree with that.
Here we go. Agreeing.
Yeah, wow, Mr. Green. I do because I did forget in my head who the fifth group was. I just knew I was trying intentionally to shade Jefferson and Addison, and I completely forgot I could just keep bumping them down.
Yeah.
But no, I think that would be my 5 in that order.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I completely agree. And then you have Ferguson at tight end, continues to be dominant. 7 catches, 2 of them were for touchdowns.
Best in the league.
He's been fantastic, and
Been the best in the league.
when you get his offense has been good.
Yeah, they've been really
100 plus
really
yards
good.
and a touchdown for Javante. So
Yeah, he's probably also been top 5. If this
He's up
defense
there.
can just figure it out, bro. You know what they need? They need like a dominant, like game record pass rusher.
yeah,
Like
if they could get to the quarterback a lot better,
Yeah, that would be that would be great.
it would be good if he's healthy. But like he's not. Just even someone who's like has to come out a lot of snaps.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's like it's impressive when he does it. Though.
Yes, he gets like 3 sacks in a
yeah,
game.
yeah, and maybe that person also won 27-23 today
Yeah, could be.
on
really.
the Green Bay Packers over the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals, you guys almost flipped me, but they couldn't get it done.
They couldn't.
Unfortunately, Packers win this game late, 27-23. Didn't look good all game. Felt like it was going to be another Brown scenario for them, where it's like they're playing bad, but they're enough of a better team that they're not like getting super punished for playing bad. They're just like down by a little bit or up by a little bit, and they weren't able to recover in that Browns game. They were able to recover here against Jacoby Brissett, although Jacoby gave him a run for their money at the end.
Jacoby's been playing solid.
Yep.
This is 2 weeks now. He gets 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's most of the time you'll take that from your quarterback.
100%.
So he's been solid. They don't really have a run ever since Connors went down. The run game
Connor.
really has been bad. Bam Knight isn't very good.
Michael Carter.
Michael Carter hasn't been great. So they need a run game, and Trey Benson is down as well. So
Yeah, it's been all bad for them.
the bright spot was
Amari
Trey McBride.
DeMarcado fumbles at the 1 yard.
Yeah,
line.
that pretty much ruins his career. It seems.
Yeah, it seems like it. I don't blame him though. If you're a running back and you do that and you're not already like really good,
Yeah, it's
it's pretty
It
tough
puts
to
you in a
recover.
rough spot.
Yeah, like you're gonna be known as the guy who did that. Jonathan Taylor, we still remember he did it, and he's one of the better running backs in the league.
he's putting it behind. He's been able to put it behind him though.
Yeah, but I'm like people still remember he did it.
Yeah,
At least I do, and maybe it's just because I'm friends with you.
could be.
But yeah, I really, really wanted the Packers to lose this game. They, like you said earlier, they have not been super impressive recently either. They tied with the Cowboys, so I mean maybe after the Cowboys this week, that's not as bad. They lose to the Browns on the road. They almost lose to the Cardinals on the road. They have a big win over the Lions, obviously, but I'm interested to see how this team's going to respond when we get to more divisional matchups and they have to start playing the Lions again in Detroit,
teams.
and then the Bears in Chicago and the Vikings in Minnesota, and like we said, even next week's in Pittsburgh against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football.
I don't want to say they're like a wish brand Eagles, but they're doing a similar thing, and they did this last year too. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot where we know they're the better team, and they're playing bad teams and they play down to their opponent.
Yep.
Their offense doesn't show up. Love doesn't play great, and they can go and play a great team like the Lions and dominate. So it goes back and forth, but you want to see more from this team. And Jordan Love wasn't great, only 179 yards. The running game, Josh Jacobs, he was okay. Does get 2
was
touchdowns
ill.
going into the game. He was ill,
Yep.
injuries, so he was questionable. But he does play, and he gets it done. And if the Packers, you win the game and you're 4-1-1, right there at the top of the division. But it's like you want more.
Yeah, 100%. Cardinals are on bye next week. And then we already talked Packers Steelers. So unless you got anything else, it's time for knockout.
It's time for knockout. And
All
I
right.
don't have a clue on what team I'm going to
I'm going to make you go first then, I think, just so I can really hear your full thinking about it. I'll announce what teams you have first before you go into it, though. You have knocked out through 6 weeks. You've knocked out the Dolphins, the Browns, the Jets, the Titans, the Saints, and the Raiders from playoff contention. If this is your first time watching this game, every single week, we each knock out one team from a playoff contention, so we will each have 18 teams knocked out at the end of the year with 14 remaining for the playoffs, trying to see if we can go perfect. Mike, who will your 7th team knocked out be?
Oh, man, this is tough.
Looking at the board, you don't have one that really, really, really jumps out to me.
No, I got the Jets already. I got the Browns, Titans, Saints, Dolphins, Raiders. I really don't want to do it just because I know you did it so early and I kind of clowned you for it, but I might have to. It's tough because their net points is almost dead even.
Yep.
I can't do the Ravens yet because I think they're going to come out and dominate. And I can't do the Commanders. So, I mean, it's really here. It's a battle between the Giants and the Cardinals.
Yep.
I don't want to give you the satisfaction of picking the Cardinals.
Well, I was right about the Cardinals.
I think I'm going to go Cardinals.
There it is. Picks the Cardinals. Cardinals, you done. You done. Get out of here. All right, so you're at the Dolphins, the Browns, the Jets, the Titans, the Raiders, the Saints, and now the Arizona Cardinals. I have,
You know, I might want to switch. Can I switch still?
if you want to, you can.
Oh, you'll let me?
Yeah.
No, I'll stick
Okay.
with these guys. But, I mean, I would switch to the Giants if I could.
Yep. Well, you can't. So, I have the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Saints, and the Cardinal. Am I missing one?
You have the Cardinals. I know that for a fact. 'Cause
Yeah, I know. Cardinals, Saints, Raiders, Titans, Browns, Jets. Okay. I forgot the Jets. I mean, I have an obvious pick here in the Dolphins. I would love I want nothing more than to pick the Bears weeks. Or I wanted to
You
pick the
should have
Bears
done it right
early.
away.
I know. However, I am one to take risks.
Interest.
You can't lose 35-7 at home. I'm gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, wow.
Eliminated
What?
from the playoffs.
That is a crazy one.
Yeah,
That's way crazier than the Cardinals. They're not on my list.
I'm
at
picking
all.
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And I mean, I know you said it at home. It is London, but
that's at home.
wow, the London Jags eliminated. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm here to take risks. I'm not here to
Okay.
pick the Dolphins.
Okay.
The Dolphins will be available to me at the end. I can save
enough.
the Dolphins if I want to.
Fair enough. That means we're just playing a different strategy then.
Yeah, we're just playing different strategies. We've also never done this game before. It could result in us guaranteeing getting it every time. We don't know really
Yeah.
how this is going to work at all.
We don't even know how it's gonna end.
It's probably going to end where we both win. If we're
It
being-
could end in a point where we're like, oh, well, this made no sense.
I think maybe we have to start making it where we have to pick a team in the top half of the league or something.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you did.
Yeah, I
You're
get
just
it.
saying that so I have
yeah,
to.
maybe. But all right, I'll go with the Jags. So I have the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Saints, the Cardinals, and the Jags.
We don't have the same though, so that's good.
We don't. I'm trying to mix it up. You keep
Okay,
picking mine.
I'll try to
You know what I'm
mix
saying?
it up next week then.
All right. That's going to be it, though, chat, for this episode of the Engage 8 podcast. We'll be back next week to recap week 8. Talk about probably some trade deadline stuff because we're getting close to the trade deadline now. So I'm sure there'll be some moving and shaking going along. Talking about some injuries, do the week 8 NFL knockout and game-by-game recap, all that good stuff. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hit all the links in our description for all of our channels on TikTok, Spotify, Twitter, all that good stuff. And we'll see everybody in the next one.